Hello. Oh, look at him tickle his tummy. Cheeky boy. I just thought I'd, show you my cat. As I'm waiting for you. Let's see who we've got on today. Kathy Ann, I've just put my lippy on, Kathy. Lovely to see you. You're gold. And Kim is silver. Kim Hobbs, who's going to be bronze. And Mary Cooper, lovely to see you, Mary. You're bronze, well done. Hi, Tracy. How is everybody? Come on. Hi, Fiona. Lovely to see everyone. We've just done a live in the free 500. They're working hard. So a lot of them come over onto here. So lovely to see you. And yesterday's live, how many people could resonate? Good morning, Kim. Morning, Juliet. How many people could resonate? I'll stand up in a minute. With the diet industry talk, and the stupid things we've done over the years. Taking our jeans off, swapping them for leggings, going to Weight Watchers in the middle of the winter in your sundress because it doesn't weigh as heavy. Going to the loo before you go. Living off quark and cottage cheese when you hate it. All to get a smiley face at your Weight Watchers scales and to pay a £5. It's just a nonsense, isn't it? But there's another way. There really is. So look at him, he's growing so quick. So please do share it. I'd be massively appreciative. I'm going to share with you today. And it's simple, it's nothing new. It's not like some people, if people turn up and thinking, what's this thing I've never heard before? Then I suggest you go and watch Tiswas because, you're not going to get a brand new tip here. But it's just something I did because I felt myself really getting down before Christmas. And so I'm going to share that. And we do it in the tribe. It's when you join the tribe, it's the first thing we have you doing. Because people worry that it's got to be all or nothing. And it really doesn't have to be like. And when you're all or nothing, that means you're driving the diet wagon that was talking about yesterday. And when you're driving the diet wagon, you're being good. But then when you decide to stop off on the M6 at the service station and there's not a lot to eat, you go and have a Big Mac, or you try and be healthy and have a snack bar, but then with a big bag of Quavers, and you think, oh, sod it, then you're not being good. So that means you've slashed all of the tyres on your diet wagon, and then by the time you've got to Birmingham, you've slashed all four, and you're well into full-on shitty binge mode, and then you just couldn't care less, and then you just reinforce yourself that you're rubbish. Yeah, Mushroom. This is Mushroom, our Maine Coon. He's going to be a big boy, that's for sure. So thank you. And a lot of people, I get asked so much. One of the biggest messages I get, where did necklace? It's from an online company called Rust. When I was doing my retreats in Morecambe, a lady wore it, Janice. Janice had it on. It was a lady called Janice had it on. I just fell in love with it instantly. So I treated myself. Loved Tiswas. Sharon, I was more of a swap shop girl, if I'm honest. I preferred swap shop. You're either one or the other, aren't you? Tiswas or swap shop. Swap shop. No, Ledsman swap shop. I loved it. I used to watch it on a Saturday morning. So before Saturday Superstore. So right then. So please do share it. I've been massively grateful. Hugely, hugely grateful. So on one other thing. Just I have to tell you, and it gets on my nerves telling you, but the tribe is opening on Thursday just for 4 days only. But tomorrow morning, it'll be too late if you leave it. Tomorrow morning, I'm sending a special invitation out to everybody who's on the wait list. We've had people, because we only open it twice a year. We last opened it in July, 440 people joined, and we should have opened it in February, early Feb, but because I've not been well, we've had to delay it all, and we're working on this amazing success path, which is finished, and we're putting it in, and it's fabulous. And I'll tell you more about that tomorrow, how we want you to go through from where you are now to where you want to be. And it's something we've spent 18 months working on, and we're not putting the prices up. It's all going to stay the same, and it's just amazing. But so tomorrow I'm sending out an early invitation to everybody on the wait list at 6 a.m. Now, if you want to be on that wait list, just say me, and I'll come in, or Sam will come in and we'll give you the link. We'll tag you in the link. Because when we say the link's here, the link's there, people go, well, where's the link? I think, well, we've said, but we get it, we get it that, Facebook sometimes doesn't show my blurb that I put on. It's a pain in the neck. So do just write me And then we know that you want to go on the wait list. There's no pressure though. I know it looks like there is, but there genuinely isn't. Zoe, lovely. You're not committing doing anything by doing that, because it just takes you through to a page where it tells you all about the tribe, what's in the tribe, and then you join the wait list. You can read all the information first before joining the wait list. And even if you do join the wait list, a lot of people change their mind anyway. You know, we're not going to come to your door and say, actually, where are you? So I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you. Now, to get back to carry on from what we were talking about yesterday, I was amazed. And do you know what? It really warms my heart to know that so many people resonate, and not just with me, but with each other. And it was really lovely reading all your comments. And there was so many. There was like 450 of you on live yesterday. And it was so lovely. I was laughing away to myself on my spinning bike, doing all the comments, you know. And when that lady said, she goes, well, I used to wear a sundress in the depths of winter to Weight Watchers, just so she wouldn't weigh as heavy. She probably didn't have any knickers on either, probably, just to make that, it could just put into the next pound bracket. And I just think, why, we did it for years and years and years, you know. So it was so lovely to see that so many of you just get it. I mean, there's a few of you obviously who've never been to a diet club and have never had issues with thinking about food and emotional eating. But I'm not telling you it is exhausting. Now, I lost my weight. I got my fittest about 6 years ago. 10 years ago, for about 6 years. It was just amazing. I've never been that weight in my life. I was fit, lean, and felt incredible. But then I got depression because we went through a lot of personal financial circumstances, and I was terrible. And I just went right back into motion. I stopped exercising. Apart from doing the teaching that I do on exercise, I stopped exercising because I wanted to do it, you know. So I can hear a fly buzzing. And I stopped exercising because I wanted to do it, and I did it just because I taught it, and I was doing my retreats, and I went through a real awful 18 months really, and I went to bed for 6 months. I put on 2.5 stone, and it was just awful. I mean, I never got back to where I was because that was like 4.5 stone. And I remember just getting back into fitness to get me out of my depression, and that's a whole other video. That's a whole other story about how I did the Ironman. And that's why I really believe everybody can dig deep when they need to be. You just need to have that spark lit. You just need, we've all got the spark, we've all got it in us. The amount of times I get told, especially when I'm fitter and I'm, you know, nobody says it to me when I'm feeling shit, binge eating on chocolate and can't be arsed. Nobody says, oh, I wish I had your determination, Sally. But it's funny enough, isn't it? When you're smashing it and you're feeling great, and the people just go, I wish I had your inspiration, I wish I had your determination, your willpower. It's nothing to do with that. We're all born with that in us. It's just learning to find it, because it gets so deeply hidden within inside us. So, you know, what I love to do is light it and then watch you grow, not me do it for you. You do it because you want to, and that's what, you know, what I'm about to share with you does, what it did for me, and what it does for so many people in the tribe. Now, so many of you, especially after lockdown, have said yes to get a real sense that people don't want to go back, a lot of them, to their old lives. They don't want to go back, you know, to the old, same old of on and off diets, or doing the same old thing, or having relationships that you don't really want to do, and saying yes to things that you don't want to do. I think this has been such a big reset for so many people. Some of you loved your life before and you can't wait to get back to it, and that's amazing. You know, oh, Leslie, she's bought a water bottle and Nordic poles because of me. Well done. You get out and enjoy them. Jessica, you're more than welcome. But sometimes, often, Jessica, it's all it takes is for somebody to remind you how good you can feel, Jessica. She says, loving how you make me feel, you know, but that's you. You're feeling that. That's not me. But I might have said something that you've resonated with, and sometimes that's all it needs to light that spark. And then you've got to start trusting yourself. I mean, it's just an incredible feeling to see people get it, and I love it. But yeah, I put weight on, and then I lost quite a bit again, you know, because I just started doing my training and I'd alleviated myself from a depression, and, you know, I was doing fine. And I remember then last year, at the end of the summer, going into autumn, I hurt my back, and it just sort of got worse and worse. Nothing specific, and it comes back every 3 years. It comes and it floors me, and literally I could not move. It took me 40 minutes to get out of a car. It was kept going into spasm. It was just agony, worse than any childbirth. If you've had a bad back, you'll know what I mean. And I couldn't exercise. I could not do anything. Literally, the one thing, once I'd got over the worst of it, I could Nordic walk. That was the only thing that kept me sane. But I couldn't do my HIIT, I couldn't go on my spinning bike. But what I couldn't do more than anything was the normal everyday day-to-day activity. It was that. Because I'm fairly active, you know, I just couldn't do any of it. Even walking around the house, I couldn't do that. And I very quickly, and because then I felt really down, I ate even more than I was doing. And I didn't try and stop. You know, I just felt sorry for myself. You know, it was bloody lockdown. It's been an awful year. I could feel myself, because I wasn't able to move for a good 2.5 months. I just couldn't get myself out of it. And so I put about 20 pounds on really quite quickly. And then I remember having to have the conversation with myself that I always do. Look, Sally, what do you want more? Do you want that short-term shit of eating chocolate for the wrong reason? Now, don't get me wrong, for me, chocolate and ice cream will never be off limits. I'm going to have some today. I might just toddle off down to Morecambe today, which is only 2 minutes away. And if the ice cream, even though I've got some in the freezer, I like it in a cone on the prom. I love it. I've done a run this morning and a workout, so I'm not counting calories or doing anything. I just fancy an ice cream because the sky is blue. I fancy an ice cream when the sky's red, grey and black as well. And when the grass is green. But I love it. Life's too short not to have the things that you really want. But it's when you eat stuff for the wrong reason. And you know you're doing it. We've all done it, haven't we? Oh, do you know what? I should have that chocolate. I shouldn't have had it. But do you know what? I've had a shit day. I've had a shit day. I'm not going to have it. I'll go up to Tesco. I'm going to get something healthy for my tea. Right, so I won't be long. I'm off up to Tesco. Right, walking around the aisles. Oh, what should I have? Do you know what? I'm in a whole shop here and I can't decide what I want for my tea. I'm in a supermarket. I could have anything. Do I want salmon? Do I want fish? Do I want steak? No, because I'm a veggie really mainly now. Do I want a nice bean chilli? Do I want a ready meal? Do I want pizza? Do I want a sandwich? I've no idea. I could make myself something lovely, or I could just buy something. I don't know. Oh, do you know what? Well, I'll have them 3 chocolate bunnies while I'm deciding. I'll think about them. And then I'll have this. Or do you know what? I don't know what I'm going to eat. And then when I'm in that state of mind, I can't decide what I want to eat because I just crave rubbish. And then you end up thinking, oh, I'm going to have some dough balls. I don't even like them. You know, I'll get some dough balls and I might have a bit of pate. On toast. I've done all that. And then I think, right, I'll just get 3 chocolate bunnies, or sod that. The Easter eggs are out. I like those pound ones, the cheap ones where the Smarties are in. I'll get an Easter egg. And I'm going to get a bar of Lindor chocolate as well. And I'll do that. And then as you're going through the checkout, and I might get a bag of kettle chips, you've got all your shopping and your little bits of chocolate are hid in your shopping. They're not hid, they're just in your shopping. I never hide it. But then as you're going through the checkout, you put everything in your bag. And I remember this happened to me in October because I was just in that way out. And I got the 3 Malteser chocolate bunnies and I didn't put them in my bag and I put them in my pocket because I know I'm going to scoff them in the car. And the lady at the checkout, she didn't say anything. She just looked at me and she said, oh, aye. I said, we've all done it, haven't we? She goes, we have, love, we have. And I wanted to hug her, you know. She was so lovely because we just shared this knowing look that those Malteser bunnies weren't going to see the light of boltless hands, you know. They'd be gone on the A6, well, maybe 2 of them. And then what you do is you put the wrappers in the bin outside before you even go in the house. And then it hasn't really happened. It's just all been a apparition. And that's what I mean about, and then you might be fed up and then you just eat rubbish and then and it's just awful. And you get into this state where you feel powerless to do anything about it. But I literally have to talk to myself and I think, right, what do I want? Because I will still do that and I'll do it with love and joy. And that's different. And this is the point. I think this is what we teach in the tribe, that you can still eat 3 Malteser bunnies back to back, but it will not affect you mentally if you're in the right headspace. It won't set you off on a, God, I'm shit, I can't do it, I'm rubbish, I'm fat, I'm ugly. You just eat 3 Malteser bunnies and you think they were bloody delicious. Right, what's for tea? Should we have that nice bean chilli? What do you reckon? You're drinking your water, you're getting your steps in. So do you see what I mean? You can do the same thing physically, but you behave extremely differently around it. And it's when I've done both. I've spent plenty of time doing both over the years. But I do very little of the shit one now. But I was doing when my back was back. When my back was bad, I'll be honest, it was rubbish. So I remember vividly thinking, right, this is what I'm going to do. And I went into the tribe and I did a live. I do a live in there every Monday morning. These sort of lives, it's not fitness, that's all on the website and stuff in the tribe. But I do a Magic Monday motivational live every Monday morning. And people say it's worth the membership just for those lives. And I always hopefully guide what they need inspiration with, and I'll speak about it, I'll make them think. And I just went in and I did this ad hoc live and I just said, I'm really struggling, I'll be honest. I hold my hands up and there's some people smashing it, doing brilliantly, and they're on it, and they're not having no diet wagon. There's other people who struggle, and that because it's life. Don't ever come and join the tribe thinking everybody's poly perfect up here, because you're going to be sadly mistaken. This is real women living real lives, all just doing our best and spending as little time down here in your winter as possible. And that's what it's all about. And I said to Sai, what, I might try veganism again for a bit. I did an experiment on myself about 18 months ago and I really enjoyed it. I thought, but I don't want to give up ice cream, and I hate the processed shit, Halo Top. Have you read the instructions on that? The ingredients. If you're just counting calories and you want to lose weight, so you want low fat stuff, and the Halo Top, people rave about it. It's literally a chemical shitstorm. If you're going to have ice cream, have, the milking parlour, have a local ice cream place, or even Haagen-Dazs is better, the quality ice cream. It's made with a lot more sugar, which obviously isn't brilliant, but it's double cream, it's real stuff, and there's a lot less crap in it. So I'd rather have that. Your body recognises it. But I said I don't want to give up ice cream, so I'm not doing that, and I don't want to do a diet because I've not done one for ages. So I'm not thinking of what I need to take out of my diet, because I don't drink and I don't want to give up my ice cream and my bits of chocolate and stuff. So I thought, right, I'm just going to do what I tell the tribe to do, which is, when you join, is this. This is the download that you get. This is new. We did it, but we've changed it all with the new success path. So let me show you. Walk and water awareness. Walk and water awareness. So I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm not kidding you. I have seen this simple form literally catapult people out of that dieting hell and into a state of awareness, ownership, acknowledgement, and just to think, oh my goodness, and getting small wins. Walk and water awareness. So what we do when they join the tribe, we don't give them a target, and this is what I'd suggest to you. For the first week, don't give yourself a target. Don't go, I've got to be doing 2 litres of water and 10,000 steps. Because if you're nowhere near that, you're going to start feeling shit immediately. For the first week, just log what you're drinking in your water and what you're doing in your steps. Forget everything else. If you want to carry on eating your crisps and eating your chocolate and having your strong coffees and eating your McDonald's, carry on doing it. If you're not doing any fitness, carry on not doing any fitness. What happens in the diet industry, what you will have all done, a lot of you will have done, all of you lot on Yes, you could resonate, you will have done this usually. You will have gone, right, yeah, Sally's talking a lot of sense, yeah. No, right, I'm going to start on Monday. But it's only, what day is it now? Oh, it's Tuesday. Oh, that means I've got 5 days. 5 days, I'm just going to eat all the stuff I want. And I'm going to start on Monday. Because you really believe, and this is what I don't get, because I used to believe it. I genuinely used to convince myself that I was going to start on Monday, and quite often I did, but it was still shit. And I'd convinced myself, why after probably 100 times of doing it, would that Monday be any different? So I wouldn't just wait for Monday to come. I'd literally eat myself through it, and get all the bad stuff out of the way. I'd buy more bad stuff and eat that. And then I wouldn't exercise. I'd look for a big exercise plan to start on Monday, along with my no crisps, no chocolate, no crap, and having to have all my good stuff. And then it'd just be a nightmare. And I could do it. I was good at doing diets, so I could do it for 3 months and lose a stone. And hey, brilliant. But the longer I drove that wagon for, the harder the fall was at the end. And that was always the case. The longer I was good driving that diet wagon, staying on it, sticking to it, saying no to ice cream, saying no to the extra bread in the basket, I was good. But the longer I did that for, yes, I'd lose weight, but the bigger the fall always was, the bigger the wagon crash would be. So I've just made this up. I've not got this out of a book, I know it's only steps and water, but the theory of it, I haven't taken from somebody else. This is me over the years doing loads of self-development work, doing loads of reading, research of what works for me, knowing that I had that diet mentality. When I realised it doesn't have to be all or nothing, it was like such an epiphany moment. And this is how I started off. I just literally started logging my steps and water. And I did this a good long time ago. I'd used to put my date on, I'd count my steps, and I'd log how much water I was drinking. And when I realised I wasn't actually having that much and my steps weren't brilliant, I did my targets, 10,000 steps. Obviously, everybody aims for that, don't they? 10,000 steps and 2 litres of water. And I used to give myself a tick. So what I ask you to do in the tribe, what I ask them to do, when new people join, and there's a lot joining this time, it's going to be a big launch. We send them to this success plan. This is the first thing we want them to do is for the first week, just log how much water you drink, but no judgment. That's the deal. I don't want you chastising yourself because you've been a lazy get and you've been sat on your sofa all of lockdown and you're only doing 2,000 steps. If you're only doing 2,000, log it. And then we want you to build up 2 litres of water a day, 10,000 steps. Why the water? Because I'm not even going to go into the water talk now, but there's a big video on it in the Success Path and the membership. Because it is, in my mind, there's sleep, exercise and water are the top 3. The top 3 that you should really, really be nailing or doing. Now, you know how much I love my fitness, but I don't put it as number 1, I put it as 2. I put sleep as 3rd, even though sleep, I do believe if you nail it, is the number 1. But the reason I don't put sleep first, in my opinion, is because water, I put that first because it is the easiest to rectify. Because literally, wait there. Let me show you how easy it is to rectify. I'm going to do this in the tribe and the success, but if you have insomnia, or you've got hot flushes and you can't sleep at night and you can't get to sleep, and when you wake up you can't get back to sleep, that can be a tricky one to solve. If I'm asking you to do more fitness and you think, I don't like fitness, I don't like it, I don't even have any trainers or a sports bra, and it's raining, I don't want to go out walking, and it's cold outside and it's dark mornings, I don't want to get up, I hate fitness, I hate it. It can be quite tricky to rectify for some people. But if I ask you to drink water, look how easy it is. Yeah, that wasn't too hard. Hang on, let me just remind myself. It's really that easy. And yet so many people don't do it. So many people do not drink water. It horrifies me. It really does. I know that sounds a bit preachy, but because I don't drink tea and coffee, nothing to do with health, I just can't stand coffee. But I've always drunk a lot of water, and now it's my mission. Water, movement, sleep, but to the simple basics, water and steps. I don't mean counting your steps, I just mean steps is a form of movement. Just get moving more. Forget the HIIT for now, forget the spinning bike, forget the running, forget all that. Just get out walking and just increase your water intake. In the Success Path, I do a whole video on the water talk. And, you know, you imagine, do you ever buy herbs from Tesco or wherever, from Waitrose if you're down south and a bit posh, you know, but do you have them on your window ledge? And you know when you've forgotten to water them, don't you? They just go like that, parsley, basil, coriander. You think, oh my God, that dried out quick. Literally, you give it some water, and within an hour, it's stood up again, hydrated. We do that with a plant, but yet we do that with our amazing bodies that are 72% water, and we don't give them water. We give them tea and coffee and shite and wine and gin, and we move around and we sweat and we cry and we have hot flushes, and we don't put anything back in that's serving us. The simple thing, and I'm not going to go into the water talk now, but do not ask me, does tea and coffee count? Because you get a death stare for that, because already you're looking for excuses. Just drink the bloody water, honestly. And yes, you will be going to the loo more often, but that's a good thing. You know, of course you're going to be going to the loo more often, because if you're completely dehydrated and you go and put loads of water in, you know, it's just going to run out of you straight away, but your body will adjust. And the benefits of when you start drinking that water are huge. Absolutely huge. I'm not going to go into it now, but it's absolutely huge, the benefits of drinking water. The main things is your skin. You know, your skin, obviously ignoring all the ruffles on the forehead. You know, I'm 51, what do you expect? But your skin, the way you behave, the way you're hydrated, how it takes the toxins out of your body, how it affects your tiredness, how it affects your performance, your mood, head, everything. But it's not that. The thing that makes me want to drink the water, I imagine those herbs and that basil plant. And I imagine then my kidneys and my liver and my diaphragm, everything inside will just be crying out for water. And I just want to imagine it hydrated. And I just think it's one of the best things you can do. And people don't do it. But why we get you to drink water and do steps is because they are the two easiest things to do. The two easy, look, you can be doing this on the spot while you're listening to me, getting your steps in. You know, it's up to you. You can be out walking, listening to me while you're doing it. But what it does, let me show you. And I'm not making this up. I see this in the tribe. We've had hundreds of people join the tribe over the last 3 years. I mean, there's about 415 at the moment. I think the most we've ever had in is 600. But obviously there's no contract, so it's like a gym membership. People can come and go and leave. But it's not all about fitness. Oh my God, it's so not. It's all about, especially this new success path. If I got into your head yesterday, even just with one sentence, there's 1,000 of those in the tribe. And what will affect one person and light that spark will be completely different for something else. And there's loads of stuff. We get you to look at your 5-year-old self. We get you to look at, you know, we'd stop taking things personally, stop making assumptions, you know, always do your best. Being kind to yourself, all that stuff. And there's so much. But I have seen this, when people fill this in, there is a little line of life thing at the end, but that's, you know, that's you'll know about that in the tribe. Date, water, steps. And when people start filling it in, and when they start seeing that they're getting 2 litres of water, and then they're starting to hit 10,000 steps. Now, can I put one caveat in? If you've not done steps for years and you only do 2,000 a day, don't even try and get to 10. Make your target 5. You've got to be realistic, because your 5 will be my 10. Well, somebody else's 10 will be my 15. So you've got to be realistic, and that's absolutely fine. But what we see happen, and you can do this now, you can literally start today. You don't have to change your diet. You don't have to do extra fitness, but you can start logging your water and steps. And within a few days, a week, I want you to be going. You might go straight today for the 2 litres of water and the 10,000 steps. Once you start seeing it grow, because once you've done this awareness sheet in the tribe, we then give you an accountability sheet, and we keep adding to it. Every couple of weeks, we give you something else to do. And it's just an ingenious little piece of sheet that takes you back to your colouring in days, really. But it's amazing the effect it has on your head. And the unbelievable change that we see in people simply by achieving, and that's the word, first becoming aware of how little they've been doing, then the massive win of acknowledging it, for people to acknowledge that they haven't been doing as much as the thing, that they haven't been drinking any water. Because a lot of people, when they become aware, they can go, oh God, that's shit, oh, I don't want to be like that, and they'll just retreat. But what we teach you in the tribe is it's all right. Acknowledge that it's been like that. There's nothing you can do about it. But what can you do going forward? And think, do you know what? You're right. I'm going to start doing 2 litres of water, and I'm going to start doing 10,000 steps. And they start doing it. And once they start to do it and they see it happening, and they think, oh my God, I'm starting to feel better. Do you know what? I am drinking my water, and I've done my steps, and I've not missed a day this week. And it's just been brilliant, and I'm feeling so much brighter, and I'm really proud of myself. And it's that is when the magic starts to have a ripple effect. And I'm not kidding you, it really is like a little superpower that they all give themselves. And I know it sounds so simplistic, but that's surely what we want. Why do we want a big complicated plan that we have to stick on, that we have to pin up to our diet wagon window, when really all we want to do is be inspired to truly nourish and look after ourselves? And let me tell you now, in my world and what I teach in the tribe, is nourishing yourself can literally be having a 5-bean chili with a green juice and 4 litres of water and whatever, and doing a 10-mile walk. That can be nourishing. But also in my world, what can be nourishing is getting up, going for a bit of a walk, just having a bit of a potter. Do you think, do you know what? I'm going to go back to bed today, make an egg sandwich in white crusty bread with enough butter on to leave your teeth marks in, you know, with a big bag of kettle chips and a box of Lindor balls, with a hot water bottle in winter, get into your bed, you know you've got the rest of the day there, and you binge watch Netflix. That to me is nourishment. You won't hear that in anybody else's diet, let me tell you, because I don't do a diet. And it's what you do with the mindset. And when you get over that day of me eating a Lindor balls and an egg sandwich and some crisps is not going to make me put on a stone. I absolutely guarantee it, especially if the other 6 days I'm obviously eating, not doing that, and I'm moving my body and I'm drinking my water. It is not going to make me put on a stone. It's what you do most of the time. And the whole thing that I teach in the tribe that I want to get across to you as well, it's putting you in a mindset of what you want to do, of what you truly want to do, and just getting your little wins with your steps and your water is incredible. It really is. So just try it for yourself today. Try it this week. Get a sheet of paper and just start logging your steps and your water. Log it. And if you feel ready straight away to think, do you know what, I'm going to do 2 litres. Might take you a few days. It might take you a couple of weeks to get up to 2 litres. But it's a habit. You know, it's just a habit. You'll forget. Occasionally I forget to drink one. I'll get up and I'll say to Si, and it might be 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I said, I've not had any water yet. So what I tend to do, a little top tip, another top tip for you. Every night when I go to bed, I take a fresh glass of water, half a litre, up to my bed. I don't drink it before I get into bed. I leave it there, and then the next morning, as soon as I wake up, I drink some. And then after I've done my teeth, I drink some. When I've got dressed, I drink some. So by the time I leave my bedroom in the morning, I've already had half a litre of water. And then I just do it throughout the day. I keep it in the kitchen. But you do have to mindfully set an alarm on your phone, set whatever it takes, and just see the difference and get ready to see how chuffed. Sorry, the comments just don't come up on their own. Loads of comments to do. Deborah, who's a lovely member of the tribe, this is all so true. It is what you do most of the time. It truly is. It's what you do most of the time. It is, nourishment is just as important for your soul. It truly is, Kitty. So I'd love you to try it. Just over the next few days, become aware of what you're eating. Sorry, not what you're eating. Don't worry about what you're eating. I know that sounds really counterintuitive to what you've probably been told by all the diet industry. Forget about what you're eating for now, for the next week or two. Forget it. Don't stress. Just start doing your water and start doing your steps. And I absolutely guarantee the majority of the time when you start winning in that area, you don't want to drive to Tesco and shove your face with chocolate on the way home and I hate myself, I'm shit, I'm rubbish. You don't want to do it because you're not shit, you're not rubbish, you're winning on your water and steps. And it is impossible to feel proud of yourself and pissed off at the same time. And just stick with me a minute. How many of you eat because you're pissed off? How many of you eat because you're anxious and you feel crap and you feel rubbish, and so you comfort eat and you can't stop it? You can't stop it. Well, if you're proud of yourself, it is not possible to feel that as well. So surely common sense tells us if you're not feeling pissed off and rubbish, you're not going to do it with the same. So when you do eat chocolate, you're doing it because you're proud of yourself. Do you know what? I've done all my steps this week and I've done my water. Do you know what? I'm going to have an ice cream. And then you eat it. And yes, you're eating the ice cream. The calories, it could be 400 calories, are still the same. Whether you eat it with love or whether you eat it because you're punishing yourself, it is still the same ice cream. Only you can control with what mindset you eat it with. And the more and more you start teaching and controlling and nurturing yourself to eat with a mindset of, it's fine, it's just life. And yes, the ice cream is not bad food. There is no such thing as a bad food. It is just food. It's just a different food to an avocado and a salad and some tomatoes. Ice cream is just different. So, and that's what I love. And it's really hard when people say, well, what do you do in the tribe? And you say, well, you know, is there a diet? No, there's no diet plan at all. We've got a whole load of recipes in the resource section. There's a few hundred recipes. There's high protein recipes, there's vegetarian recipes, all on recipe cards with all the nutrition information and a MyFitnessPal barcode if you want it. That's all there because people just kept asking, can we have some recipes? They're not my recipes. I invested and bought them, I'll be honest, because I use Gusto. I have my own recipe books, but they love them and a lot of people use them. If you do want to use that, there are 4-week plans where they do a shopping list for you on the recipes. It's all there on the members website because people wanted some recipes, so we invested in it. But there's no plan. We are all on, some people do keto, some people are vegans, some people, you know, it's what you want to do. We're all different. And like I said, look at this face. Look at my face. The colour of my eyes, the shape of my nose, the fact I've got a really wrinkly forehead, you know, I've got freckles in my eyes, you know, I've got not the best hair, but you know, have you seen anybody ever who looks identical to me? I haven't. Have you seen anybody that looks identical to you? So why would you expect us all to eat the same and behave the same way around food and fitness? And that's what I really want to get through to people, that we are all so different and you've got to find a way that works for you. And let me tell you now, having something like this, and this is just one of the many PDFs that when you join the tribe, the success path is there, but you don't have to join the tribe to start your steps and water. You go ahead and do it, you know, go ahead and do it yourself. But obviously if you want lots of support and something that everybody's doing in this like 3-4 month long success path, then that's what's going to be in it. I will talk about the success path tomorrow and you'll get more tips. So please, you do not have to join the tribe. I'd obviously love you to join because I can see how transformative it is for people. And this new success path that we've invested a lot of time and money in, that we've made ourselves, nobody else has made it. We have made it. We've done the research. I have thought about my story over the years and what worked for me, because I can only ever share what worked for me because it's my experience, and I've put it all down because the amount of questions I get asked, Sally, what do you eat? Sally, what do you do? What fitness do you do? How do you keep fit? You know, how do you get out of it when you've put 1.5 stone on? You know, and can I just share with you, doing this steps and water, literally, I started it before Christmas. It's the first Christmas in my life, in my adult life, I have not put weight on over Christmas. I stayed the same from the week before Christmas to the week after. I stayed the same. Then when I got COVID, I put about 0.5 stone on, and then I've lost that because I wasn't moving. I was in bed for a week. But the first Christmas, and do you know what put me in that mindset? It was doing my own steps and water sheet. Put me in the mindset that I didn't want to eat shite over Christmas because I wanted more to feel healthier. And that's what I wanted more. And of course I still ate loads. Of course I did. But it just made the world of difference. So tomorrow when I show you the success path, I'll show you a few more things that we do in the, or a lot of the tribe members haven't even seen this yet. It's an update. They do have a walk and water sheet, but all this is new stuff because it's brand new to the whole of the tribes. The 400 women who are in there at the moment, they can't wait to get their hands on it. So Helen Syme is giddy. I know Helen. Yeah, I know Helen used to be a tribe member. She's been in a couple of times and she's coming to join us again, she said. And that's what I love. There's no hard feelings if you leave. You can join for a month and see what it's all about and leave. And then you come back when we next open. But we only do open twice a year, occasionally after a virtual retreat. I can't believe how much more I'm enjoying drinking that. Sue bought a metal flip straw water bottle after watching your videos, Sally. I can't believe how much water I'm enjoying drinking now and how much better does it make you feel. It really is. It's incredible. Jeffries does a good water. So many people who are doing the water. It's just fabulous. Dehydration makes you feel dreadful, Christine, doesn't it? So I've learned that there's nothing comforting about comfort eating. It's taken a 30 years to realise it, says Ali. It's just incredible. Yeah, so right, let's have a look. So I'll come back and catch up on all these comments. Karen Smith is going to start water and steps today. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we struggled with COVID, Jane. I tell you, we did. Joe got off quite lightly, but me and Nancy were the worst. Simon wasn't good either. Kazalina, Kaz, we miss you. Kaz used to be in the tribe. Kathy can't wait to see all the new things. So yeah, that's it. Walk and water, steps and water. Just start today. Forget about what people say you should take out of your diet. Forget about what you think you should take out. Just give yourself a break, for goodness sake. We've had a whole year of lockdown. If you want to just, eat cornflakes sometimes for your breakfast with sugar on, just go ahead and do it if that's what you feel. But I guarantee once you start logging your steps and water and you start achieving every day, even when stuff happens, even when it's raining, you still go out and get that walk. When it rains, you think, I'm not doing my steps today, then it's not going to work. You've got to commit to it and do it. And when it rains, you think, I'm going to go and get my walk out anyway. I guarantee you will come home and feel chuffed. And that's all I want for you, is to feel a little bit chuffed. Julia's started steps and water. Brilliant since listening. That's fantastic. Actually drinking water, Joe. Well done. So that's it for today. A huge well done. We're going to be talking about similar things all week. But tomorrow I'll show you more the next stage of the success path and the 5 stages. There's 5 stages that we want people to go through. And, if you don't join, you can take those 5 stages and ask yourself, what can you do? What can you do to get yourself through those 5 stages? And where it came about is I went on a course in London about something. They were talking about this, right? If somebody comes in your community, like my membership, for instance, how are they feeling? And I said, well, and they picked on me. How are they feeling when they could? Because I could have been a photographer, I could have been anything, a business course, but mine's a health and wellness. I saw quite often they feel. And I'd had my tribe for about a year and we'd had so many success stories. And I said quite often people feel just flat, overweight, disgruntled, unhappy. They don't like themselves very much, or they're unfit, they don't know where to start, they're frustrated, they might be emotional eating. And then they said, so when they've been in your tribe for a certain amount of time, how do they feel? So I immediately went to some of the people and I thought, well, they're smashing it. They feel energised, inspired, motivated. They're motivating others. They've lost weight. They're lighter, leaner, fitter, healthier, stronger, content. They love themselves. And I became really animated because I've seen it happen. And he said, right then, Sally, how do you get them there? And I couldn't answer it. I thought, well, I don't know really. I said, they just come into the tribe and they watch a few videos and we do this and they just start doing, and they get tough with themselves. And it was really hard for me to answer. So that is where this success path has come from, because I've spent so much time thinking, right, what do they actually do? And now we've got it. And this is what we talk you all through. And all the members that are already in the tribe they're gonna do this new success path as well, because if they need a reset and they just want to do it. So that's where it's come from, to take you from where you might be feeling to where you want to be, and not a bloody diet in sight, and not one person saying you can't have wine, you can't have chocolate. You can have what you want. You've just got to, we've all got choice, and it's just the consequences of those choices. And if you're willing to accept them, then fill your boots with whatever you want to do. Hope that makes sense. It's, if you've been an avid Weight Watcher, Slimming Worlder, Lighter Lifer, if you've done all those, this can be really hard to get your head around, because it's really hard to learn to trust yourself again. It really is. So, right, I'm going, but just a quick reminder, if you want to go on the email list tomorrow to get the early access to the tribe, just say me and we'll come in and we'll give you the link. But there's still no pressure. Even if you join the wait list, if you change your mind, that's no hard cheese. Still do your steps and water. And I'll still be doing free stuff on this page. Obviously, it's not going to be as much. There's just been more because it's been locked down. But it'll still all be free. I've still got my free YouTube channel. Jane, as long as we can always have Tony's Chocolonely. Hey, wait there. Wait there. Look what I've got. Look what I've got. Look at this. I wouldn't be able to do this on Slim World and Weight Watchers. Look what came from Newcastle. If you watch Joe Wicks's stories, look, he loves the chocolate smiths from Newcastle. I went on and bought a bar of everything. And yeah, I'm not going to count a single calorie. I'm just going to eat it. I won't obviously eat it all at once. You know, that'll last me a fair old bit. I've had it for 3. See, that's the difference. I've had that for 3 days. I've had it for 3 days. I've not opened it yet. That's the difference. And the old me on a diet would start on it and finish the lot and then hate myself. You know, so that's the difference. And that's taken years. And that's what I love sharing with other people in the tribe. And Jane Gamp, Jane, how much has she lost while she's been in the tribe? She's been in, I met lovely Jane on a retreat, funnily enough, a year ago today. Jane, I forget how much. Don't know if you want to share with us. Was it a stone? You've lost a stone. She looked amazing anyway, but she wasn't happy for her. You know, I think it's about 1.5 stone she's lost. And no diet, just by being in the tribe. Or was that Denise? Denise has lost us 2 stone, she said yesterday. Denise, I know I don't really focus on weight loss, but at the end of the day, women do. Denise, 2 stone while she's been a member of the tribe. 14 kilos, Jane. 14 kilos. That's over 2 stone. That's incredible. And she's been in the tribe a year. And she says for the first time she's not on a diet. She's not obsessed with it. She's just doing her thing, moving a lot, drinking water, being positive. I just love it. I absolutely love it. So if you want to get that email tomorrow morning, don't worry if you don't. If you're on my email list, you'll get it Thursday anyway. But if you want early access, just say me and we'll give you the link and you can come and join us early. All right then, lots of love, and please join me tomorrow. And thanks, I know they go on a bit, but you can tell I feel really passionately about this subject. It saddens me to think so many women are still stuck where I was for years. And you might look all right on the outside, even if you get down to your coveted size 10 or 12. But really, it's just one long, constant, exhausting battle in your head. And to be free from that is just the best gift of all. And it doesn't matter what size you are, as long as you are free from it. All right then, I will see you tomorrow, same time at 10:30. All right, Roxana, you're on the list. I'll send you the link very shortly. Lots of love. Lee, Rich, you are more than welcome. And thanks for being here. Bye, Susie. Bye.